Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our new episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Yes, we are back. That's my favorite sentence. Yeah, so we hope you had a great week and a great start in almost mid-January. I mean, today
Yes,
is the 10th of January
January.
already.
Yeah.
It's very, very fast. And before we're going to start with today's topic, I wanted to share, or we wanted to share, that we have seen and analyzed all of your poll, how do you say, selections, choices,
Yes.
right? And we're going to work on these topics separately, and they will come each of these topics you chose, each episodes.
Nice. Yes.
And thank you for participating. If you don't know what that is, in Spotify, you have that in this window when you click on it, that you can vote for what you're interested in. What we're going to also do, what we're going to be new, we're going to update this also on YouTube. So if you're a YouTube listener, please write in the comments. Also, thank you for the algorithm. And yeah, that's about it. So,
Y-
Sarah, do you want to say what's going to be the topic about tonight?
Yes,
Tonight,
of course.
today morning. Oh my God, look at me. I'm already tonight.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's in the morning, but maybe still we are sleepy. Our brain is loading. The window is loading.
Look at her, how diplomatic she is. Our brains. And that means, guys, she means.
Well, I also want to thank you all for listening to us and for the comments and actually joining the poll. So today we're talking about student life in Korea.
Yay.
Nice. So, okay, you start or me? I start.
You can start if
I
you
can
want, of
start.
course, yes.
Well, I faced some differences between the student life that I experienced in Korea compared to the country that I came from. I can
Mm-hmm.
mention about how different the classes were managed or handled, how the homeworks were, and how the teamwork was different. Okay, but
Got it,
let's
got
go,
it.
step by step. We can talk about them one by one. If you want to share, the topics that came to my into your mind, we can start. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I have one question. I
Mhm.
like this approach, but I think it would be good for the audience to know because
Yeah.
this is something what I didn't knew as well. So you doing PhD, as we know, but you also started a PhD in Iran, and that's how you can compare these two. It's not about masters and PhD. It's about
Okay.
more like these kind of, right?
Yes, I started PhD in Iran, but I dropped it.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And I was lecturer researcher and I dropped it and I came to Korea, so I didn't complete it. However, I have the experience, yeah,
Yes,
for
that's
master
cool.
and PhD. Yes. Yes.
Great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's very valuable insights. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
And most of the people actually don't know about that, that
Oh,
I dropped
really?
my PhD in Iran and came here. I'm revealing something here.
Oh my.
Don't be against me, the professors.
Look at, oh my God, guys. Oh my God, what have I done? I mean, I
And
mean,
that's totally fine.
I, oh my God, it's usually like this that I always get something out of people subconsciously what they actually don't want to share because I don't know. I remember when someone said like, "Oh Nadine, you have something inside of you in your aura that people want to share something, the deepest things about themselves." And yeah, that's nice, and I'm happy for that. But I'm scared she's gonna pay back.
No, I won't. I won't. I swear I won't.
Oh my
Yeah, but it
god.
was good to mention because people have, know that I had the experience there and now I'm comparing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's not like something too different. Okay. So let's start. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. So
Okay.
what do you think is the main difference then?
So the main difference firstly came from, so I'm working in a lab. So the first main difference is coming from the interactions.
Hmm?
So I feel lack of interactions both in my lab and in classes that I joined. So like before, the classmates, we after the class especially, we talked a lot. We were, like more friendly together. We try to, even when it comes to homeworks, we try to solve them together, ask each other how to solve the problems and share. But here, no. Honestly, I can say, except one or two foreigners that were in our classes, that we just say hello, goodbye, that's it. Okay. The
Got
other
it. Mm.
students, even we didn't talk at all during the whole semester. So I didn't know them a lot at all. I just went to the class and came to back to my
Got
lab.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
like no interaction. So interaction, I can say, and then so next point was about homeworks, that they were very tough, especially some of the classes that I had with my own professor. And like the whole week I was busy with homeworks. Can you
Wow.
imagine? Yeah, it was like very tough. I
Wow.
liked it because I learned a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the questions were very tricky and very, specific, that we could solve some special problems in my field. But still,
Interesting.
yeah, it was very tough, and we had to, go to different resources. We had to think about it, like for a long time, and then organize it and send to the prof for the result. Yeah, this was, two of the things about, the classes, and yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
educational
interesting.
part, yeah,
That's
that
very
I can mention.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because of homework, that's actually also the main difference for me between this MBA, what I'm doing here, and also my Master of Science back in the UK.
Yeah.
But I also did my bachelor's and diploma back in Germany.
Hmm.
So I can say like Germany and UK, they have also some differences also regarding homework.
Yeah.
But these two, like let's say European countries, even though the UK is not anymore officially, but still back then it was. There is a difference between Korea and this homework part. For me, it was more, as you said, for me it's here more intense
Uh-huh.
in Korea, in the sense of you have more group works, more presentations, tighter deadlines. And back then, not that we didn't have presentation, especially in UK.
Yeah.
Let's compare master MBA, okay. But in UK was more like assignments, written assignments. So you needed to
Hmm.
write 3,000 to 5,000 words and do deep research each topic you had. And sometimes you had additional presentations. Also, I had like then also a consulting project, what I didn't have here in Korea. But back then in the UK was like also presenting to a company. So it depends. But the main part was really written things. So no exams. It was written assignments. And here it was more exams, presentations, a lot of group work,
Oh, yeah.
interaction, I would say, in the sense
Hmm.
of academically. So
Okay.
it's like a different style, I would
Yes.
say. And regarding interactions, I'm gonna pick up because it's very interesting what you said compared Iran and Korea.
Yeah.
For me, the interactions are quite similar in the sense of that we found good friends back then when I
Nice.
did masters in England, and also found good friends here in
Okay.
the GmbA
Nice.
program.
Yeah.
The only difference is back then we had the similar age.
Uh-huh.
But here now in Korea, the ages vary a bit. There are
Okay.
a lot. We were like between 23, 22 until, okay, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think until 40, 48, 40,
Hmm.
something like this, 47, like a
Yeah.
very big range.
Yeah.
And this made like the interaction on a different level too.
Right.
Because back then in England, we had also like a lot of foreigners, a lot of Europeans, a lot from Asian or Southeast Asian countries,
Hmm.
similar like here. But I think this age range also made like an additional layer to it,
Yeah.
what was very interesting for me
Yeah.
to see. And the big difference too is that in the UK we had like almost 80% Chinese.
Uh-huh. Got it.
So, and here we don't have Chinese at all. Like when
Right.
you see like from, and I can see the difference from the influence. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's why like for me the main parts. Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god, I said like 48. Maybe people don't not ever have this age because I'm thinking about the Koreans. Oh my god, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. Just let me know.
It's totally
Oh
fine.
my god, oh, so bad.
But that's so interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see it in this cultural aspect, there's also what you are saying. Like for me, it sounds like you have a really strict chain, like
Yes.
either interaction or
Really.
no.
That's
But
true.
for me, it's kind of like a wavy thing with some sort of differences.
Yeah.
That's like very interesting, especially for me regarding culture too. Because
Yeah.
on both programs, I had like foreigners. Okay,
Yes.
if you can say foreigners, 80% Chinese, the rest was 20% different foreigners back then in England. But and here it's more mixed, and
Yeah.
also the ages, as I said.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, regarding ages, like at that time, the students were from different ranges of ages,
Uh huh.
but it didn't matter.
Oh, really?
So we all had interactions, and
Mm.
people shared their whatever their experience, or even
Yeah,
in
yeah,
friendly manner.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, okay, we sometimes we had gatherings, okay, but here there was no interaction. It's like zero
Oh,
one, okay.
yeah.
So
That's what I mean.
yeah, so like for me there was
Yeah.
no interaction, that I was like kind of culture shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, or I'm not sure it's about also my lab or it was different at that time. So, like for example, sometimes I open the at the beginning I open the door of the lab and I say hello to everyone, like good
Mhm, mhm.
morning, hello, and
Uh-huh.
they just looked at me. That what is this girl doing? So, I said, oh my god, what do these guys think about
Really?
me? And okay, I should
Oh,
mention I was the only girl in. It's also coming from the nature of my field, like wireless communications engineering and these things. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, and
That's interesting,
yes,
honestly.
yeah, it is very interesting. Yeah, so these was, these were like some very bold things, bold, points that I experienced.
That's so interesting because when I can say something, I
Uh-huh.
remember the orientation day here in GmbA as other people, greetings out. Um, it was more like that everyone tried to get to know each other, get to know people,
Wow, good for you.
like wow here. But honestly, I really need to say, at some point it was for me too much. you
Oh,
know, like
interesting.
overly done it. And I did this too. It's not that
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, I'm the only normal one. These are weird. But I did that too. Like, oh yeah, because everyone was so excited. It's nothing negative.
Yeah,
But at one point I was thinking about, oh, that's for me a little bit too much, chill Nadine,
yeah,
where you're like, wow, wow, wow. And of course, it's never like enough when you're overexcited, but it's kind of like, that you feel, okay, that's not my authentic self anymore. And that's what I
yes,
mean. So
yes.
that's so interesting.
It is
No,
very interesting, or maybe it's coming from the difference between our fields, like
true. You're right.
yeah, business, social
Totally.
studies, such fields people have more interaction than engineering, maybe.
That's true.
Yeah, but literally sometimes I went to classes and no one even talked. No one talked to
Wow.
me or even to professor. No one, nothing. Just the professor came to class, presented, and then we left the class. That's it.
Wow.
So it was like that. This
Wow.
was my experience. That was very different, from the experience that I had before. And one more thing about teamwork, I can say I enjoy teamwork, but here I am more individual. I felt that, yeah, I should get used to this type of, doing researches. I'm not sure how it is in your. I think your in your field is so different. You had a lot of, group works, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
yeah. And one more thing is about fast pace. Everything was fast pace or
Yeah.
ease still. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could feel it, how everything is handled in a fast pace. And okay, okay, it has pros and cons when it comes to some university paperwork or official works.
Mm.
It's totally good. You feel good that
Yeah.
everything is handling like very fast. They solve your problems fast, they answer you very fast, but just by sending emails, as I mentioned in previous episode. But when it comes to studying and, student life, sometimes you feel, wow, it's too much.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
mhm.
the whole
Mhm.
week, and you can get it. It was like, I don't know, a week ago that something happened. Okay, what I mean. So
Yeah.
everything was very fast. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Same here. I
Okay,
exactly know what you
interesting. You
mean.
have the same idea, right?
Totally. And I think that's
Hmm.
something what Korea has with this competitiveness, not only in student life or when you're like going to school, but also in work life. I think
Yes,
that's something different. We
yes,
can also talk about that experiences
yes, yes. Of
regarding
course.
work and work life balance. Maybe
Yeah,
it's a good episode for the next time
yeah.
to write that down. So I have a question actually on this
Hmm.
because when you're saying oh it was totally different and as we can hear now it was completely like 50-50. It was like black or white
Yeah.
even. But how did you grow? How did you adapt to this? What was your strategy?
I can say it's a long story. Really, I can explain in one episode about how I adopted in the life, because it's been about 5 years, almost about 5 years that I've been here. But at the beginning, it was so challenging for me
Mm-hmm.
that at some point, sometimes I wanted to give up. Really, I'm not a person to give up. People who are close to me, they know me. I never give up on something, but at some points I had in mind that, really, should I do that or not? And then say, I told myself that, no, please, keep going, keep working, learn everything out of the situation, and then try to, adapt and actually get used to the situation. Yeah, so I can say, if I want to talk about it, it would take, maybe a longer time. Okay,
Slay
however,
girl.
I learned how to match with this society and how to be adapted. Yeah,
Yeah.
I try to learn as much as I can. Yeah,
Slay girl.
yeah.
I just said it.
But let's share it in another
Wow.
episode.
Totally.
It's a very nice
That
topic.
that's why I
Yeah.
was like asking this question because I assume people who are listening to this either had their own experience or want to study or how the student life is. And I think that's a very valuable thing to do. And wow, I can only say I'm proud of you. Wow.
Thank
Because,
you.
guys, I know she's not someone who fucking gives up, really. So, really, really great job. And you're still doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah. Um, I think let's leave it here because I was
Yes.
thinking, should I share about something about teamwork in our GmbA? But we have a lot to do, and maybe also for another episode.
Yeah.
It's a bit different because you always work with different people as an experience as well.
Yeah.
Some people you like to work with, or you discover. Some people you never want to work with again.
Yeah.
Of course, I have that too, so both of it. But yeah, I think that's all
Yeah.
what I want to say about teamwork here for GmbA, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's so nice. People have different ideas, and of course, people have different viewpoints. However, these are, what I like to share about, the student life and, maybe the challenges that I face or the differences, let's say better, differences that I faced in Korea and about adaptability and so on. Let's share in another episode. And I think, yeah, we can, yeah, just
Yes,
stop
definitely
it
do
here.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
that's
it will
cool. That's
be. We
cool.
actually planned on it, so
Yeah,
let's do it there.
yeah, that's
I
so
think that's
nice.
very valuable, also from our different perspectives, different fields.
Yes,
And, it's a valuable lesson what we learned, what we want to share with you guys.
yes.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you. Thank you everyone for listening to us. And we will share a lot of valuable experiences, I guess.
And
Now we are at the point that we are sharing more and more. It would be very useful for the ones who want to live in Korea or come to Korea for study or just for work or yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
whatever. Yeah,
Total slay.
yeah.
Total. Absolutely. And of course, we're going to go to campus
Of
crushes.
course.
That was one vote. Dating life,
Look at me. I'm
nightlife.
laughing.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
That's me,
Yeah.
Mrs. Teasing. Anyway,
Cool.
thank you
Yeah.
so much once again.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday and speak to you next week.
Happy Friday. See you.